Oh, yes.
I've seen this guy about.
Yeah, who's this guy? I've seen this guy before.
I've seen him around.
Right, let's come on. Let's
Dave,
put us out of our misery here, Dave.
Mate, your face tells a story, mate. What's going on?
I'm just dejected, guys. I'll be honest with you. I don't really know where we go from here. Look, I wanted to stick by the manager as long as I can. I wanted to give him a chance. I believe, we have to give guys a chance to try and improve their work. But I'll be honest with you, I'm just not sure whether he's the right guy moving forward. But look, you could roll the dice, but that doesn't also guarantee, with some of the players, and stuff like that, it doesn't guarantee you're going to see much better. So, and look, the only thing you can do right now, if you want to try and improve it, is you can't spend money in the transfer window, even though we've had little to spend in previous windows. But the only person you can't change right now is NUNO, unfortunately.
Yeah. I've got a question. So David, I know you're a big advocate of players not putting in shifts, and I know you're not always putting the blame at the manager's doorstep, because players have just as much responsibility. You can't. A player will make a pass. You can't do that for them. A player will not maybe do a through ball, maybe not run back. How much blame tonight do the players take compared to NUNO? Because a lot of NUNO out's trending right now, but where do you see the players in this process? Because he came out this morning or yesterday and he said the players are not committed, and he talked about players and he said, I wish we had more commitment from certain players, blah, blah, blah. So it looks like he's weeding out the bad apples. Do the players take just as much responsibility in this, David, do you think? Or do you put more blame on NUNO's door?
Look, I'll be honest with you. I think a core group of the collective of the players do have to take, a fair brunt to this as well. Because let's be honest, look, bar Eric Dyer, Hugo Lloris, Son and Kane, a lot of these boys have been here under Mourinho as well, have been here under Mason, and it's been the same fluctuation from one week to another. You don't know, whether you're going to play well, whether you're not. We've seen this squad cannot put in a full 90 minutes performance unless it's against someone like a Newcastle. Even then, you know what I mean? And look, the players do have to take a good bit of responsibility. Look, they have to look at themselves long and hard in the mirror. They really do. They all have to take a collective responsibility as well. But look, NUNO made the rod on his own back today. He selected Ben Davies from the very start. Every Spurs fan worldwide knew exactly what was going to come, what was going to happen. It was always going to lead to our downfall. That, I just don't understand it. That's on him. Look, Ben Davies is not good enough. Everybody knows that. But that's on NUNO. He made that call thinking he'd get more out of it than Reguilon. At the end of the day, he probably done it thinking United would stick to their guns and play the 4-2-3-1. But as soon as he seen Ollie changed it up, he should have said to Ben Davies, look, you have a cold. You're out of the match day squad. Reguilon's in. Because with Reguilon and Son, we're crying about creating goals. That's been our most lethal side this season. So you have to play Reguilon in there. You have to play him. Make the tactical change on the other side. Put in Tanganga instead of Emerson if you want to have that extra man at the back. If you want to shore it up a little bit, do it the other side. But you cannot take out Reguilon in a team that where we cannot create chances. You have to keep him in. Him and Son, that's where all the creativity comes from.
Do you know what, though? I don't think it's just NUNO, because I remember last season at Anfield, Jose dropped Reguilon and put Davies in, and he dropped Tanguy and put Lo Celso in. Yeah. So it almost seems to be a pattern, doesn't it? Like managers are doing this. They're frightened in these games against big games, of getting caught out. Yeah. And it seems to me it's like a negative, it's psychologically negative. It's basically saying, all right, we'll kind of batten down the hatches.
Look, I can understand it against Liverpool. Man, we're talking about a United team that were there for the taking.
Yeah, exactly.
We're talking about a Man United team that were there for the taking. It's unbelievable. Liverpool, United, it's two different things altogether. Today, you have to go for the game. You have to go for it. United are there for the taking. Look, even there in the game, Shaw, Maguire, both of them got booked nice and early in the first half, yellow cards. Instruct NUNO, instruct Emerson, instruct Lo Celso. Any opportunity you get, run at the fuckers. They are clumsy enough to make another challenge and get sent off. Run at them. What does he do? He takes Lucas Moura off. I just do not understand what he was doing today. In fact, look, this game was dubbed El Sakaco. I was thinking, look, maybe the pressure on NUNO is a bit harsh. Maybe it's not to that extreme. But he's the one that crumbled under the pressure today.
He did. Yeah, agreed. Exactly. No, he did crumble. Because we're always saying, like, make the changes early, make the changes early. He made the change early, and it was like the worst substitution you could have made.
Yeah.
You take off the one player that's playing with heart, making stuff happen, like really like showing some like guile. Yeah. And then you bring on a player that's just,
David, where you at with Harry Kane, mate? Do we drop him for Everton away, or do you think we keep going with him?
Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. I'm just at a point now where I'd try anything. I would try anything. Look, if someone said to me, put Eric Dyer up front, I'd give it a go right now.
Oh, don't start, man.
You know, look, I just want to say, look, it hurts me talking about Nuno that way. You know, he's a Spurs manager. I don't ever want to talk him about that way. But it comes a point where enough is enough as a Spurs fan. This is the lowest I've felt since 1991, guys. You know what I mean, as a Spurs fan.
We won a cup.
Yeah.
Huh?
We won a trophy.
Yeah, I know. You know, the year I was born, maybe my ma and dad can reincarnate me or something. I don't know. You know, maybe bring a bit of good luck. But look, when it comes to Harry Kane, look, for me, I'm willing to try something different. Look, put Sonny up front. Maybe drop Kane as that chief creator because Ndombele, Lo Celso, whoever you give it to right now, it's not really working. Maybe drop Kane back. He has that passing range. If not, take him out of the team altogether. I'm willing to go back. I'm willing to look. If people want to, go with a press inside, put Son, Lucas, Bergwijn the other side, I'm willing to give it a go. I don't think it's going to yield much results, but I'm at a point where I'm willing to give anything a go right now. Look, there's too many players under this manager that's not trying. Look, Ndombele, when he came on today, guys, how many times, if you're honest to yourself, did you see him pointing to the player, pass it over that way? I do not want it. He didn't want it. This guy was brought on to try and affect a bit of change, try and affect the game going forward. And everywhere the ball was, he was completely the opposite. He did not want the ball today. He didn't want to affect it. There's just too many players that I think are giving up already. I already thought the warning signs were there when you heard Hugo Lloris after West Ham game talking about players not giving up, this season. That's too early to be even talking like that. So I guess the warning signs were kind of already there. But look, this
do you think Kane's down tools, mate? Do you think he's trying to cheapen his value in the transfer market so we sell him in Jan to Man City for a lesser price? Or do you think he's just struggling with confidence?
Do you know what? I get a lot of slack no matter what I say about Harry Kane. I'll probably put myself in that position. But if I'm looking at it, and it's only my personal opinion, to be honest with you guys, is that I don't think he's down tools, to be honest with you. Look, I know what he done. It hurt. It's like your wife cheating on you, but I don't think he has down tools. I think it's all the constant disappointment. I think he's struggling to get over the disappointment of the Euros. You're talking that's off the back of a Champions League final, off the back of League Cup, 2 League Cup finals. You're talking FA Cup, League Cup semi-finals. I think it's just kind of like, am I ever going to win anything? And then again, it probably is playing on his mind. Do I need to win stuff? My luck is. I don't know. Look, I don't know, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I think that's a very good point. I mean, he's had so many battle scars, isn't he? He's battle scarred. He's battle wounded.
National,
especially the Euros. I think that was his one time where he went, you know what? All the disappointment could be like put behind me now if I win this as captain. And I think when he didn't win that, it was almost just a little bit like, well, where's the mojo going to come from after that?
But then you have to question his mentality, right?
Well, you're only human at the end of the day as well. You know what I mean? You are only human.
But you can't be the best if you can't get back.
Yeah, but he's a superhuman, though, guys. He's on a couple of $100K a week. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, he gets paid to get that sort of stuff. Right at the end of the day. And look, for me, I have to say, look, even if it is whether it's because of the disappointments or whether it's because his heart's not in it anymore, if he's put out there, he still has a responsibility and an onus to us fans around the world to be putting in a performance. He could be doing more closing down. He could be running harder. When the balls are going into the box, make sure you're in the middle to be able to try and get on the end of them, not standing at the back post. He could be doing that a bit more. But look, creativity across this whole team is massive. At one stage there today, Bergwijn, Ali and Kane all made for the same run, all pointed for it in behind. And then Davies again, like last week, passed it back inside to the centre-back. They don't want to play these sort of balls. We are nowhere near brave enough going forward. There's not enough creativity. There's not enough movement from everybody involved that, going forward. There's none of it. It's completely void of it. And look, you're talking about the chairman. He put out a message at the end of last season about the match in the Aston Villa match day program, talking about wanting to play the Tottenham way DNA. How much importance the fans are to the club. He done a video this year about the Tottenham DNA, playing the Tottenham way. I'm sorry, but guys, this is far from it. You can't even get. This is far from the DNA, the Tottenham way. You know what I mean? And ultimately, everything goes back to them. Ultimately, everything does go back to them. But everybody in this club has to take accountability for what's going on right now. Absolutely everybody. As much as, leaving Enoch are the macro problem, everyone else contributes to it by the way they're performing and everything else as well.
Absolutely, yeah. That's also a very good point.
Asking about Nuno out now before.
Sorry. All right, just very quickly then, because we're asking everyone. I know we're creating a kind of a black and white scenario here, but if you had to make a decision tonight for what's going to happen going forward, would you say Nuno in or Nuno out?
Where do you go? That's the thing. Look, right now, I'll be honest.
Do you go Nuno out, Mason in, David?
No, I don't want to.
Please don't say Mason.
No, that's a serious question, guys. That's a serious
look,
question.
where I'm at right now, look, the thing is, I don't want to end up in a position like we did when we sacked Jose. You have nobody ready to replace to come in. I don't want another interim. Right now, what we need is a plan and an identity going forward, and something that us Spurs fans can genuinely get behind and see prospering. We cannot go through another interim. At the end of the day, if they're going to get rid of Nuno, there has to be someone in place, that is going to steer this ship forward. I actually believe we're at a situation now once you get rid of Nuno, I think we're as far back as Martin in the old days, where you're looking for someone to kind of come in, because back then, like similar, we're out of the UEFA Cup. We're not even the UEFA Cup. We're in Europa Conference League. So that we need someone to kind of come in, put that football and philosophy back into the club, take it forward, and then hopefully another big guy can come in and take it on from there. I think that's how far back we've fallen right now. It's not good enough. As we sit here right now, look, this kills me. I'm a big believer in trying to give everybody a chance, and a fair crack at the whip. But as it stands right now, looking at things, it's only getting worse. It's not getting better. It's not getting better. It seems to be getting worse and worse and worse. Today we were coming in here, worried about creating chance, but ultimately we thought our defense was good enough. We improved defense. We were thinking maybe we can hold them out and maybe nick this game with the way we're playing, stay in the game. But ultimately the defense let us down today as well. So the problems seem to be getting a lot worse than what they do getting better. You hear Nuno asking for patience. You hear about his decision on Ben Davies, what he said about and stuff like that. Look, I'll be honest with you. I haven't watched the press conference fully myself. I want to watch it and listen to it. But I have no doubt he probably sounds like a man that's probably...
So what was the answer? What was that quick fire answer?
Sorry. Sorry, stop me from waffling. As I stand right now, I think he has to go on. I didn't want to say it, but I think he has to go on now.
Wow.
Yeah. We're going to have to move on.
Maybe emotional. Maybe tomorrow you change your mind, David. Maybe in the morning you might.
Oh, I probably could. But like I say, look, what I'm like. I'm emotional after these games, whether we win or lose. You know what I'm like, guys. Look, I do say that with an air of caution because, like I said, you can't sack him without having a replacement lined up and a vision going forward because fans won't have it.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you could sack and bring someone else. The same problems could still be here because of some of the players and maybe the efforts they're putting into.
Yeah.
So, look, there's definitely player power in that dressing room. They can get managers sacked when they want, so they know they can down tools when they want. Until that culture is rid, I don't think any manager that come in here is going to be given a fair crack at the whip and has all the tools to succeed.
Yeah.
Look, on a positive note, one of the best channels in the business. You want to plug yourself, David? And if you're doing a show tonight, let everyone know, mate, where they can next find you.
Look, to be honest with you, today is not really there for it, but look, thanks for the opportunity, so why not take it? Look, get over to the Irish HOTSPUR if you do like what I have to say. I know a lot of people, I think I probably talk a lot of gibberish, but look, if you do like what I have to say, do get over there and smash the subscribe button. But look, honestly, I love this channel. It's where I come from. It's the ones that gave me my first crack, on a fan cam and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, I owe everything to this channel. And big up Josh and John holding the fort to let the boys go down to the game. It's a hard job to do, and you do an incredible job. So big yourselves up. And look, Spurs fans out there, I just want to say to Spurs fans out there, look, I know it's down. I know everything's down. We're down in the doldrums. The club is in the mud right now. There's so many problems. You don't know where to begin to start fixing it. But look, at the end of the day, the fans are the best thing about this football club right now. So let's all stick together. Let's not turn on each other in times like this, because at the end of the day, if we turn on each other, what has this club got? The fans are the best part about this club, so stick with it, and the good days will come.
Well said, David. Cheers to you from here, mate.
Cheers, Davey boy.
See you later.